John Cook's first signing as general manager of the Supernovas is fittingly a former Husker. Merritt Beason returning to the Cornhusker State to play for Omaha. Beason was the first overall pick in last year's PVF draft, going to the Atlanta Vibe. The former Husker All-American was an all-star in her rookie year, amassing nearly 200 kills and 16 service aces last season. Now, Omaha also adding Benson's teammate Morgan Hentz. She's been Atlanta's libero the last 2 seasons. They also welcome back Sydney Hilly, a setter and key figure in Omaha's championship team in 2024. Love Nebraska released their roster for the 2026 season. Former Huskers Jordan Larson, Lexi Rodriguez, and former Creighton standout Jaylee Winters headlined the returners. A notable departure, though. Justine Wong-Arantes leaving for Love Houston. Former Huskers Lauren Stivrins and Maddie Kubik-Banks also not on next year's roster.